So now they're literally implanting these seeds.
So don't call me weird when I want to be a tree. Like, legit, I got cursed at because I wanted to be a tree. You can't be. Why can't I be a tree? We're not. We're finishing. No, this is done. I'm so finished. That I'm done with that. That. If I want to be a fucking tree, I'm allowed to be a tree.
I told you I identify as a cup. Once I figured out a cup's use,
right,
and the pros and cons of being a cup,
right,
I'm quite useful.
Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it.
Yes.
I want to know whether, are you the new aluminum? There's an aluminum.
Oh,
cups.
To get rid of the plastic, right?
Right.
Yes.
Are you one of those?
I don't know. I'm 92.
Okay.
So I don't know if I've been updated. I don't know if my platform has been updated yet.
Saying, I got numbers back, so.
What's your tempo? Green.
All right. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Brought to you by nightowerentertainmentlc.com. Do not forget the LLC.com.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's gully? And welcome. You are now tuned in to the Social Night Owl Podcast, the podcast at night.
Brought to you by the nightowerentertainmentlc.com. Do not forget the LLC.com.
It's your girl Sophia, aka Soapbox Trash Bowl, Sophia, and your girl
Pamela, Pam, aka Z34 girl in the building.
What can I say except
But my question to you is, and it's just a question, not being sexist or biased, but we as women see multiple colors. So with that being said,
we do see multiple colors.
But you know, the color spectrum. So with that being said, is that the main reason why there is multiple flavors for the similar color?
Yes. Yeah. I believe so. I believe so. Because it's why, I don't know. They do have this thing and they're saying, which color should I get for my nails? And he looks and he's just like,
blue, green, pink,
no,
purple.
They're all white. She's like,
oh, you got eggshell. You
yeah,
got
exactly. He was like, but they're all white. No, they're not. No, they're not.
You got cream. You got off-white, which I think is still cream, right?
But and then that is something that was. I don't think we were like
literally raised into seeing different colors.
That was brought to us because, you know, growing up it was,
oh, little girls gotta wear this.
Right.
Little girls gotta match this with this. Where
right.
Men was like, I have a brown belt, so I may have to wear brown shoes, and with my corsage, if I have a corsage or a cuff link or a tie.
Exactly.
Like everything has to match essentially, but it's literally
I think we were introduced to all of these colors and textures and all that stuff. So yeah, that is the reason. I feel like I don't think women legit did that.
Yes.
Like,
it's not a woman thing. It's just almost basically like a generational curse.
Yeah. Because I do see when I put the pillows on the bed, I hate that I can't find the matching black. And then, wait.
Oh, no,
Going
I understand.
outside with your blazer, my blazer, and then I have my skirt or something, and it's like, dang it, I gotta change. He said, why? I got two different colors on.
See this?
I have two different colors on. They're black. Excuse you?
First of all, this is a fake. Did you see the commercial?
There's a commercial for
There's
it?
a commercial about black. She was like, this is my such and such black, and this is my such and such black, and this is my, this is like, it was like, this is my faded black, this is my black, this is my, oh my gosh, this is black.
Gosh.
And it was literally different shades.
There's different shades of black.
And it's crazy because everyone looks at things, not everyone, but it's just,
majority
some people
of the people,
can't see
and that's where it comes into where, because I'm a girl, like a lot of people don't care, but mentally
we are there.
I know, and I cannot. It's the OCD in us.
Thank the heavens it's not the 1500s. Can I tell you? Okay, so there was a video of this guy who said, have you ever noticed that the people who tell their wives, get in the kitchen? He said, those countries, have you ever noticed?
I've seen it.
Yeah, that the food is good.
The food is delicious. You're telling me to get in the... You told them to get in the kitchen, and everyone who came from that kitchen, food is amazing. And it's like, you don't see anyone wanting Canadian food.
I was so sad because they treat their women equally. I said, oh, this is so wrong. I can't.
But that is true. That is true. A lot of people love African food. A lot of people love Jamaican food. And it was set to where you're a woman and the woman has a role she has to play. She has to be where? In the kitchen.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I love my dad, but he does not cook. He cooks. He grills. But he does not kitchen. He does not kitchen. He does not kitchen.
Well, that's the difference to Jamaica too. Because Jamaican men cook. Like, cook.
I mean, when he cooks, he cooks.
I'm talking about, like, throw down in the kitchen. My dad throws down in the kitchen, cooks.
I've tasted when my dad, like, when he does his thing. I'm just like, my nigga. What the freak?
Where was you?
Why don't you do this? What the heck is wrong with you?
If he's anything like my dad, they still have the old-timey mindset.
I believe that. Because he still says the C word. He still says dim.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, you can't say that. You can't. I'm talking about like side mouth.
That is hilarious.
Side mouth.
Very hilarious.
Look, your eyes going back and forth like you're concerned about the next person behind you with your hand on your chest. Like,
but I wouldn't be mad. I would not. I can't. You can't get mad.
Because I did not grow up with it.
Exactly. And I don't like the cancel out. I know this is a whole big conversation that, I myself choose not to get involved in.
Yes.
Because that is just another world.
That literally.
Can you shine your light? Shine your light. Shine the light. Shine the light.
There's certain words that I cannot stand in this life. And the top of it is what it is.
I'm sorry.
And
I apologize.
Authentic.
I am the one who says it is what it is. But it's because I grew up with it is what it is.
Yeah, but it's still, the argument still comes to how come it can't be better than what it is?
Okay, so if I can't change the outcome, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's a I hate it. Because when you use that in situations that don't need it, you can't use that to somebody that you're supposed to be loving. It is what it is.
True.
That means that means your whole entire mindset was it is what it is from the first time we started.
Well, if this is where we're going, I kind of grew up on it is what it is. Sadly, due to the fact that my parents grew up on it is what it is. So when I speak on generational curses, it's not like it's a bad thing because you can't get rid of it, or it's voodoo, or it's witchery. It's legit just something that was unintentionally passed down to you from your parents, from your parents' parents, and so on and so forth. So I grew up on it is what it is, and you have expressed to me that trying it is what it is, authentic, and something else is just something that's not a part of your vocabulary. But legit, all of those words are a part of my vocabulary.
Right, but those are okay. So we got to push out authentic. The only reason why I hate that word authentic because it sounds fake.
I understand.
It sounds the way when you say it. That means real.
Right.
No, it sounds fake, but that's just like that's a kiki haha type thing.
Like
but I hate
moist.
that. Moist. Like those are like the funny ones but seriously, it is what it is. And trying, I feel like those are just give up words. Like people just use those to get out of to get out of a situation that they don't have the energy to try to fix. Even though there's room to fix it, they use those because they don't want to deal with it anymore. And I can understand that. Just tell me you don't want to deal with it. Don't say it is what it is or I'm trying. Just tell me you don't want to deal with it. If you come at me straight, then I can come at you back straight. It's
really hard because I was always lied to. I was always, pushed to the side, put on the back burner. And I'm sorry for those that actually are part of my family who are actually going to listen to this. But once again, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. It is what it is. I grew up this way. And I was always told that you can't blame how you grew up for how you're acting, which is very true. You're supposed to be able to change the things that you do, how you act, how you respond to mature conversations and adult situations. But because I never had an actual, factual, positive way of dealing with things, I'm always on the side of the bad guy, which I'm totally okay with because I will accept thy punishment and let it be. But at the end of the day, I always use it is what it is because at this point, you're right. I feel like I am trying to escape, but deep down on the inside, it's the only thing that I know how to do because that's how I had to grow up, in a sense. You grew up with some difficulties, but you knew how to bend the rules mentally because you knew who you serve.
Right, but
it's not that it wasn't the same for me because now I know and it is amazing, but
right.
It was really hard because it's still like that for me now.
I feel like it's okay, so what you said before, yeah, it does all come down to how we were raised. Or yeah, some parents didn't allow their kids to see what they went through.
Express emotion.
Right, in front of them. It was always the tough parent or whatever.
So that's all I knew.
Exactly.
Even if the times are hard, you just pretend that it never existed. Or
right.
You
push it back.
Fight through.
Exactly. And I'm just like, okay, I'd rather tell my kids, I'm upfront with my kids. Like I tell them, look, A, B, C, D, mom's struggling, this is happening, that's happening. You guys don't need to worry about this because we got it covered and we got it handled. I'd rather do that than paint a picture in front of them, roses and bunnies and rainbows and stuff like that, when legit I need to teach them, like, look, this is how the real world is. That's how I was raised. I was raised like, this is the real world. point blank period. And you can't throw in the towel because if you do so, you're going to fall back and you're going to have to play catch up with yourself.
No progress whatsoever.
None whatsoever. And I was drilled, practice makes perfect, and always give your 100%. Never scream out,
I can't.
Right. It wasn't until I went on my own, got married, and ended up being in a different environment to where I started hearing it is what it is. And I had to ask, like, what the heck does that mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is. I never heard that term growing up before. Never.
Maybe it's like a country thing. Have you ever thought about that?
It is what it is. And that is what I heard throughout my marriage. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm just like, what does that mean?
That's definitely a sign of not caring. Like, that's a sign of not even trying to attempt.
And then I got trying a lot. I got a lot of people saying, I'm trying. My sons are starting to say that. And I'm just like, no. Don't try. Do.
Yeah.
What if Jesus was like, it is what it is? Or what if he was like, I'm trying to create something? Like, huh?
Yeah, dang it.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I those words are offensive to me. Like, I don't like them. I feel like it's a get out free card of the situation that you're dealing with, that people use to not have to confront or be in front of that person that they're conversating with.
And it's weird how I can be strongly opinionated on both sides when, like, living one side of the story. So it's more so, for me, it is what it is. Because every time we would try to talk about something, we would get, oh no, it's okay. But then it's time for us to go to school and we need things, and which is at this point a norm, because you put your needs over your wants. You want your lights on?
Right.
Or do you want this?
You want your lights on, or you want juice? So like, wait a minute, what?
I didn't know that was an option.
I didn't know that juice cost so much.
Right. So at this point, I always say it is what it is, because there's a lot of things that I can't change. And I used to say, I still do say it, but I try not to say it around you.
Sorry.
Because it's just a way to say, you know what, I love you, but I need you to do better. And it's fine, because you don't want to see your friends, the word friend, you don't want to see your friends legit struggling when you know that there's potential in them. Right.
But you don't use it is what it is, because that means say something, I'm giving up on us. Right.
But that's what I grew up on. I grew up with people lying to my face constantly, never actually expressing any emotion, never actually communicating. So when it was my time as an adult to do these things and be in a relationship while doing these things, I had no positive role model. So when people say, don't use your experience as an excuse, I'm just like, but literally, I don't know what a positive outlook on situations like this is, because I never had one.
That's understandable. I feel like, okay, so it all comes down to, again, these conversations really just comes down to how you were raised. I don't try to choke people that I hate that saying, and I wish that saying was never invented, but some people legit can't help but say, I cannot leave this, like, this, if this is me,
I don't know,
this is it, I don't know. But I wish that they can phrase it as another way. Just say, hey, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do here. But don't give, to me, it is what it is. It's giving up. It is what it is. What do you mean? It can be. Argue back with me, bro.
No.
Argue back. No, this is what I'm saying. Like, argue.
No.
I need to hear where
that's-
I stand
That's the Leo
in your
in
view.
you. But that's the Leo in you. And I'm the polar opposite because I don't like arguing. My sister purposely tried to argue with me. And I would tell her also politely, I'm not doing this with you.
Some people, okay, I know you
are
can't.
cursing. If you're cursing at me, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not.
Dang it. Dang it, bro. Like,
I would tell her that. Like, you're not, I'm not going to sit here and allow you to stress me out emotionally.
right.
Because I already can't handle the situation.
But okay, so there is different types of arguments too. Like, there is two sides to everything. There is the arguments that people are actually arguing at you. They're arguing at you. They're talking at you, and their volume
It's
escalates,
stupid, ridiculous.
and then the cursing comes out, and then this sentence, it does, and I know that does. But when we are trying to settle something,
I'm sensitive.
when we are trying to settle something, especially a relationship, you do not. You make sure. I tell B-Town, I say, look, dude, you make sure that this door is closed. Because I promise you, if you do not close this door and it reopens down the road, fool me once, shame on me. You only get one chance in my life. You only get one chance. I'm not a second chance. I ain't Jesus.
It's crazy. It's crazy that you say that because I know, dare I say it, I know what you're gonna say, but dare I say it, I have been given multiple chances, and according to the opposite, I never did right. So
because you don't like confrontation. You don't like stuff to escalate to another point.
I don't like to escalate, but I also don't like being told that things can't be
right.
Things can't be ... insert whatever else is coming after that.
And then you don't like to be put in situations to where you have to remember, Simba, who you are. And I'm just like,
I'm fine. No. I'm fine with that. No. Legit, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. It's hard. Yeah, it would bring tears, but you can tell me that I'm a bad person. But at the end of the day, you cannot say that I did not do my best at
exactly
from where I came from.
Right. And then why wouldn't you? Okay, like I said, people try to find a way of escape. They try to find a way of escape so they won't have to deal with their demons. So they drop it and say, it is what it is. Or they say, I'm trying. First of all, when they use the word trying and then at the end of it, love you.
Are you trying to convince me or yourself?
Exactly. So to me, I come back and say, hey, so did you see anywhere in the Bible that Jesus said he is trying to love you?
Ugh. Ouch.
No, he loves you unconditionally, bro. So it's like, why would you come to me saying you're trying to? That means you weren't there from beginning.
I wasn't there wholeheartedly, and I was in the process of changing myself, not telling you that I was in the process of changing myself, and then things just got beyond ugly, beyond repair.
Right. I'm a horrible young woman advice giver on relationships because I'm going to say, hey,
I tell people that.
Hey, leave them. What the heck are you still doing this for? If you're coming at me trying to fuss and complain, he and then he did and then he okay, if it's upsetting you to the point to where your hair is falling out of your head, you got acne growing everywhere, leave him.
Well, you may be mistaken. Dare I say it? Dare she say it?
Dare she say it?
I'ma say
Go
it.
and say it.
There's times where you need that time to vent. You have said it yourself.
But people do love to vent in front of an audience. If I'm venting, the only person I'm venting to is you.
Yes, no, which is true. So sometimes, even though there's no audience, sometimes people legit just like to talk.
That's fine. But don't go back to Sally Mae telling Sally Mae the same thing that you told me. That means you're not fed up with it. You want another opinion. So that means you legit want to stay where you're at and then want to throw up your hands. It is what your lives are so
chaotic
confusing and it's toxic.
It's a washing machine.
It's toxic.
Everyone is. It is what it is, and back then as well.
Everyone is it. It's easy. What is it?
Or I'm trying.
Most likely, more so, that term touches my heart because it was used against me. It was used at me.
It was literally to shut down where
exactly.
it should have been a conversation.
If B-Town understands that I have crazy thoughts, crazy questions in my head sometimes, and I want to know. I want to know where I stand. Do I need to delete your number? Do I need to put you on call waiting? Do I need to screen your phone calls? Where do I stand in your life?
I was the husband. I'm sorry. I was. In the relationship, I was the husband. And if that certain person is listening to this conversation, I feel like they're going to be like, what do you mean you were the husband? I was the husband. I was the one that didn't know how to converse with you. I was the one who was always saying it is what it is. I was the one who didn't know how to.
I was in it because I knew what I wanted in my future. So that's why I was in there. But when the covenant broke and said I'm no longer in love with you, that's when I was like, good. It's cut. I'm free. I can bounce because I was doing the right thing and being a wife.
Yeah, legit.
You know what
Faithful.
I mean? I hate it. It was like stabbing at me. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Back and forth. That's all I got from you. Was it is what it is. It is what it is.
In the beginning, you was just like, I can't speak on his past because I'm just now coming into it. Remember?
I say that all the time. I can't. Your past, his past, right. And his past. Right, I can't speak on their past because I'm the new kid on the block. I'm just coming in. I don't know what was dealt with, what was such and such, blase blah. Yeah, right. I will never, and they say never say never. I will never
say never.
Put a negative tongue on my ex-husband.
That's a beautiful thing because I would never do that either.
There was a bond there. Yeah. There was a bond there. You can't. I cannot sit there and have hate.
You dirty.
Right. Yeah. Cockachoo magoo. You know what I mean?
Because like, it's not right.
Right. There was a bond there. There was love there. There was a bond. And then I don't hate. I
would never.
Don't hate anybody.
I would never say that.
I don't hate nobody.
Actually saying it.
And then I don't keep any unforgiveness in my heart. No, period. Let it go. You don't have to. It is what it is. Because then that means it will never close.
No, that means there's something still there.
Right. And it's not going to close. You're going to keep that open for what?
That means you're pretending.
Bro, close the door.
You're pretending that it's okay.
Close the door. And someone said, well, everybody wasn't raised the way you... I understand, but my eyes are open. I see what's happening in this world. I know what's going on. I read the word. You know what I mean? I listen to I listen to people talk. You know, I don't push out any... other information. Exactly. I take it all in. Oh, so what are you saying about aliens now? So they're where? Like, you know what I mean? I'm listening to conversations because everything has truth to it. Some things, there's a lot of stuff, especially movies. have a bit of truth to it.
There's this clip that I want you to see. You keep going. I'm gonna find it.
So that's all I'm saying. Don't cancel everything out. Don't sit there and shut your ear. I know that's not what cancel culture is, people. I'm not stupid, but don't close your ears on everything. If I'm talking to you and we're having an argument, that means I'm hurt. Something hurt me. Something hurt me, and you throwing at me, it is what it is, to me means that you don't care
enough
that I'm hurt. Right. So when my eyes are open and I'm just like, I don't do the tit for tat thing,
and I'm sighing and I have a whole attitude.
Right.
Now we're concerned.
Like I said before, I make sure that guy in there, I say close the door. If we're going to have an argument, we finish this argument and we don't dip back in it because we don't need it. We don't need that negative in this relationship.
I was never really good with communication. So when it came down to having an adult conversation, I would be the first one to be upset. I would be the first one to want to drop the conversation. So I had to learn how to not be the it is what it is and I'm trying person, because I saw it in my caregivers. I saw it in them and I realized that I needed to change, but it wasn't going to happen overnight, but it wasn't happening fast enough for me to be in a relationship.
Right. If my mom ever said, out of all the stuff that we've been through, from moving from place to place, homeless, this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? Like, if my mom had said, my parents, if they said it is what it is, I legit would not be here right now. Like, my mom found people, her kids, 6 kids needed someplace to lay their head. Mm-hmm. So if she would have said, it is what it is.
That's not what I want. I'm listening.
If she would have said it is what it is, where the heck would we be right now? You know what I'm saying? If I was pushing out them 2 big-headed kids and I would have said it is what it is.
Dang it.
You know, I don't. When I hear that term, I take it to heart. And I don't like when people say it. I don't. That's one thing that if you want my blood to boil, bring it is what it is into a conversation. I can't.
It's hard for me not to, knowing that not only it is what it is was said, but the actions of it is what it is was also in the household as well. So but occasionally violent tendencies against people. And when you grow up oh shoot, I can't do nothing. It is what it is because I can't.
Right. When you're younger, that shouldn't be introduced when you're younger, because you shouldn't have to.
Right.
You shouldn't have to.
When you have been, and I feel like that's why my tone is always so monotone, because it's not that, because I always wonder why my tone is always so monotone, but legit, I feel like my tone is so monotone because I'm so desensitized to a lot of things, to where it is what it is literally my motto for everything.
Right. And okay, so use it. I want to tell people who use the term it is what it is, and they're just they don't know what else to put there.
Yeah.
You tell the person that you're conversating with, tell them that, hey, there is nothing I can do right now. If that's what you guys mean, there is nothing I can do right now. But at this moment, either we can solve the problem now, or we just separate.
It was more so I don't know how to talk to you, and that's just me being honest right now.
Say that. Say I don't know how to speak to you. I'd rather you say I don't know how to speak to you instead of it is what the cotton picking freaking it is.
But that's me learning though, because I had to learn how
and
to
then also
come up with that.
The situation for you to use it is what it is. It wasn't to tear someone's heart.
No, it wasn't.
Of their body.
It was mainly because I don't know how to talk to you, because I don't know how to communicate my feelings. I don't know how to communicate my words. I don't know how to tell you what's on my heart And I don't know how to tell you without screaming at you, because all I know is when I get irritated, I'm going to talk loud.
I wish that we all learned how to control our emotions. I wish that
At an early age.
yeah, I do. I really do.
For back then.
Right.
Because the generation now are basically our kids.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening and taking the time out of your day to be a part of our podcast. I think that is amazing that we had the opportunity to do this, and hopefully that you enjoy and take some form of information out of it, and hopefully you love us, because we love you all, and thank you so very much.
Patreon, guys. Patreon. Make sure you guys download that Patreon app. That's where you're able to subscribe to us monthly to help us out. Y'all, we got big things going on, and that will help us see who you are, and you can see who we are. We have different tiers: $5, $10, $20. They go from gold, platinum, and diamond. Thanks for listening, lovies. Dream big, live strong. Keep him the head of your life. Make sure you hit up Night Owl Entertainment LLC.com, the Smoke Factory, the Social Night Owl, the Gaming Trash Channel. Follow us on all or some social media platforms. Check out the calendars for both Smoke Factory and the Social Night Owl. Gaming content thrown up randomly on the website. Thank you for following. Link up with us. Bye-bye.
Love you. Do not forget the LLC.com.